I'm sitting here on this beautiful Saturday morning in Porto Santo, which is one of the islands of the Madeira group in the North Atlantic. And yesterday we went ashore and looked at all the beautiful paintings that you see behind me on the harbour wall. Because there is this tradition among sailors that you leave a painting of your boat when you were there on the harbour walls on the islands here in the North Atlantic. And there are lots of them. Now, one of them that my eyes found was Ran Sailing, a Swedish couple who were sailing here and are currently building a glass fiber woodcore boat and have a very popular very popular YouTube channel. And that made me think about boat building. Their boat is a glass fiber woodcore. Well, we made Faidate, which is a glass fiber woodcore, in the years 91, 98. And we follow quite some builders at the moment. Well, Ran, of course, MJ Sailing is another one, Gulfstream catamarans, or Lynx. And what perhaps surprises me is the little, I wouldn't say interest, but the little attention they give to build hours, at least to the outside world. Now, I, as Philip Berman has said once of balance catamarans, I'm a spreadsheet person. I mean, I love to put things into spreadsheets. Probably think that it gives me some kind of something to hold on to. So that's what I did with a lot of things and do with a lot of things, including build hours. So both our own build hours and the build hours that I knew or found on the internet or got from fellow builders. And yeah, I thought, why don't I give you my my thoughts on that for whatever it's worth. If you're out there building or thinking to build. Now, there is nothing nicer than building your own boat. That must be said. Although, as always, if something is very nice, it can also be extremely frustrating. And probably the most frustrating part is the amount of hours that it takes. When we built or decided to build Faidate in '91, we purchased the Kukunon brothers on boat building book. So basically, because that was the Bible on glass fiber woodcore constructions, and they had a kind of a formula, I think, that we used to calculate how many hours we should use. Then there are something. Tony Granger Catamarans has also a very nice website with a page designated to build hours. As do all designers, of course. And so this morning I just checked my spreadsheet and to try to find out how is it actually, and what are the things that I wanted to share. First of all, that I think the build hours can be divided into 3 parts. And the first part is building the shell. Yeah, so we're talking about the hull, the cockpit, the roof. I think that takes about 1/3 of your build hours. And then the second third of the build hours, that's the let's say the inside and the outfitting outside. So then I'm talking about furniture, tanks, electrical installations, and the deck hardware. It's more or less the same. And then we have got, well, the last third, which is fairing and painting. Now that might surprise you, but just think about it. If you purchase a production catamaran, they're made in molds, so they just come out with a gel coat, perfectly smooth on the outside. They are completely shelled also on the inside, so you do not see the hulls. The problem is, if you have a one-off, you will use an incredible amount of hours to fair it and to paint it, and unless you want to do lining on the inside, you'll do it also on the inside. So that is why it is another third. Something that most designers in their estimated hours, in my opinion, do not take into account. When we started building Faidate in '91, of course we talked to Stadt extensively, and they suggested that the hours would be 5,000, which in the end went up to 8,500. I think for this one, the Arrow 1500, it was 8,000 hours according to Schionning, which became 15,000 hours. So are we inexperienced builders? Well, yes, on the Faidate we definitely were. This one is professionally built, so I don't think so. Now and then there's another thing that you should think about. That, well, you probably do, well, we did, but that's where our feeling kind of supersedes our rational thinking. And that is that a boat grows by the cube, meaning that a 50-foot boat weighs almost a double than a 40-foot boat. And it's the same cube relationship that applies for the working hours. So if you are like we are, you get the drawings of a 40-foot, and then you think, well, yeah, but that's really not big enough. And then you get the drawings of a 45-foot, and then you think, yeah, no, this could do it. That's okay. But then you kind of just look to your left and you see the 50-foot, and then you just fall in love with how it looks, because that is exactly how you wanted it. And you completely forget or black out or on the work hours. So for that 50-foot boat, it's almost a double building hours than for the 40-foot. What you should keep in mind is what Stadt told us 30 years ago, that on top of these hours that you're going to spend actually building, you need quite some hours, of course, to get organized and keep your building organized, but also on purchasing your material, finding out what exactly it is you want, where to purchase it for the price that you want to pay. And they estimate that 10% on top of these building hours, which I actually think is a pretty fair estimate. So anyway, those are my thoughts, and all this because I saw this nice drawing that Ran Sailing has left here years ago when they passed by. I wish you a very nice weekend.